So we're just gonna do like a basic body weight move, like Pilates class. So you can just find some space. So we're gonna start with our legs like out wide to the side. Whew. My inner thighs have been sore all week long, so this feels really good, but also not. So hands on your thighs, lift your heart with a flat back, dive forward. And then curl through the lower back, rolling up one bone at a time to seated. With a flat back, dive forward and round, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders and head. Two more. Really roll through the rib cage, stretching through the spine. Last one. Rolling all the way back up. Take a deep breath in at the top. Drop your chin to your chest. Curl through the spine forward. Lift your gaze. Rise up with a flat back. Chin to chest. Round through the spine forward. Lift your gaze. Rise up. For 3. 2. And one last time, diving forward and rise all the way up to seated. So we're gonna drop our right arm down on the right side and stretch that left arm up and over. Breathing into your side body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath, inhaling and exhaling. Then roll yourselves up to seated. Drop your left forearm down. Stretch and reach your right arm up and over. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And roll all the way back up to seated. Let's reach forward through our thighs and just see how far you can take it. And do 2 deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Walk your hands over towards the right. Sit your left hip down a little further as your left arm reaches a little bit longer. Deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. Walking your hands all the way over to the left side. Reaching that right arm a little longer. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Come back through the center. See if you can stretch a little longer. And then walk yourselves back up to seated. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna come on down and we're going to just kind of make your arms out to a T and your legs to tabletop. Let the knees fall to the right like windshield wipers. Don't go all the way to the floor. I want you to connect with your core. So find that waistline kicking in. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale as you come through center. Take it over to the other side. Feel the shoulders stay heavy. Pause and breathe in. Exhale as you come through center. Taking it over to the right. Pause and breathe in. Exhale as you come through center. Taking it over to the left. Pause, breathe in. Exhaling into your waistline. We're going to go back over to the right, but we're going to add on. We're going to extend that left leg out long. Flex through the foot. Feel that stretch down the outer hip and thigh. Bend that leg back in. Bring it back through center. Take it over to the other side. Extending your right leg long. Breathing into the outer hip. Bend the leg in. Come back through center. Up and over to the other side. Stretch and reach. Bend it in, over to the left, right, right leg reaches. Bend it in. Come back through center. Now extend the legs straight up to the sky. Drop your tail heavy. I like to do Pilates V feet. So again, take the legs over to the right. Keep your heels glued together. Your left hip does pull away. So once again, you're finding that waistline. Exhale as you come through center. Take it over to the other side. Pause, breathing in. Exhale through center. One more each side. Breathing in. Exhale brings you through center. Take it last time to the left side. Breathing in. Exhaling through center. So now we're going to turn this into corkscrew, where we're going into a circle, and we're going to alternate those circles. So we're going to go over to the right, circle down through the center, over to the left, pause at the center, take a deep breath in. Exhale as you circle down, around and up, breathing in at the top. Exhale, circle down, around and up, breathing in at the top. One more round each side. Last time on the left. And then just hug your knees in and rock a bit from right to left side. So we're going to take our legs over to the right and tabletop. So my knees are angled with my hips and my arms are stretching out long, making a T. I'm going to take this left arm and I'm going to take it up and over like a rainbow towards the right side of the room. And then I'm going to keep my left hand on the floor as I start to circle over my head all the way to the left, opening up that chest, that shoulder, down towards my hip. Reach over to the right, full circle, tracing the floor, open through the chest, the shoulder, continuing to circle 3 more times. Really move through the ribs, stretching through the mid-back. One more time. And then, of course, we got to reverse that direction. So go back overhead, over to the right, down towards your hip. Big circle. All the way around. Really rounding through the ribs as you flex forward. Open the chest as you circle back. Last time. Opening those arms out to the sides. Bring your left leg up. Bring your right leg up to meet it. Let the legs fall to the left. Adjust yourselves as needed, making sure the knees are at 90 degrees with your hip. So we're going to take this right arm and we're going to go up to the ceiling. Reach over towards the left arm. And then we're going to circle the arm overhead, opening out, stretching through chest and shoulder. Big circle. All the way around. One more. And then let's reverse that, going overhead, circling around. One more. Opening those arms out to a T. Bring that right leg up to tabletop. Left leg comes up to meet it. So bring your arms down by your sides. Really connect into the back of the ribs, back of the arms. Pressing those arms, ribs, and shoulders heavy into the mat. And then check in with your pelvis. Lengthen out your spine. We're going to move from the hip crease. We're going to tap right leg down and march. Alternate left leg taps down. Breathing in and breathing out. Start to curl head and chest forward. Continuing to march. Inhaling and exhaling. hold your legs at table, curl up just a little bit deeper. Keep your legs at table as your head lowers down. Again, press through the back of the ribs, back of the arms. Hinge from your hips as both legs lower together. Exhale, folding both legs back in. Inhale, reach down. Exhale as you fold back in. Connecting deep into the pelvic floor to exhale those legs back into tabletop. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, hold it at table. Curl the head and chest forward. Again, both legs lower together. Exhale, both lift together. Lower the legs. Exhale, lift. You may notice that your legs are able to go a little further down with your head curled forward. Last 2. Last one. Hug your knees into your chest, lower your head, rocking a bit from right to left side. Plant your left foot down on the mat. Draw your right leg to tabletop. We're going to bicycle this right leg. So extend it straight up to the sky. Flex your toes toward your nose. Straight leg lowers all the way down and away from you. Bend the leg in. Extend and reach it straight up. Straight leg lowers out and down. Bend for 3. Reach and stretch. 2 more. Bend, reach, and stretch. Last one. Bend. Reach it up, stretch it all the way out long, flex through your foot, kick the leg straight up to the sky. Externally rotate the leg in the hip socket. You can keep your left leg planted or lengthen it out on the mat, which makes it a little bit more challenging. We're going to circle the leg out to the right, down, around, and up. It's an inhale as you leave your body, exhale as you pull back in. Inhale down, exhale around. Last one. Pull it up and pause at the top. We're going to reverse those circles. Cross the body. Inhale down, exhale around. Inhale down, exhale around. For 3. 2 more. Last one. Grab the back of that thigh with your hands, gently pulling the leg closer towards you. Flex and point your foot. Reach through the heel, point through the toes. Circle that ankle around. Reverse those circles. And then bend your knee in and go across your body for a spinal twist. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come back to center, planting your right foot down. We're going to bicycle the left leg. Bend it in. Extend it straight up. Straight leg reaches down. Bend. Extend. Reach and lengthen. Last one. Reach it all the way down. Flex your foot. Lift it back up to the sky. Again, you can keep your right foot planted or stretch it long on the mat. Externally rotate this left leg in the hip socket, circling the leg to the left. Inhale down, exhale around. Inhale down, exhale around. Last one. Pause at the top. Let's reverse it. Cross the midline, circle around. Inhale down, exhale around. Last one. And then grab that leg. Pull the leg closer towards you and flex and point your foot. Circle your ankle around. Reverse those circles. Good. Bringing both legs to tabletop. So we did a single leg bicycle. Now we're going to turn that into both legs bicycling. So draw right leg straight up to the sky, left leg to tabletop. You can keep your head down or curl the head and chest forward. Straight leg lowers, bicycle switch, reaching long and breathing in and breathing out. Bicycling your legs, just like you're bicycling. Bicycle. Yeah, there you go, Catherine. And then, of course, we're going to reverse it. So the straight leg comes towards you, reversing back from where you started. Last two. And one. Bend your knees in. Good job. Let's stretch our legs all the way out long on the mat. Make sure your heels are flexed, driving down. So we're going to go into a full roll up. So if you have a hard time, your modified move would be grabbing one leg and like pulling yourself up with the one leg if you have a hard time getting up without the help. So arms reach to the sky, press down through your thighs, take a deep breath in. Exhale as you curl the head and chest forward, continuing to lift, stretch and reach all the way over your toes, your thighs at the top. Pausing here, taking a deep breath in. Exhale as you start to stack your spine and then roll down one bone at a time. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, nodding your head, curl, stretch and reach all the way over at the top. Pause here, breathing in. Roll it up to seated and then melt your way down with control. Two more times. Exhale, upper abs lift you. Press down through your thighs to curl you all the way forward. Breathing in at the top. Roll it up to seated. And then melting your spine down with control. Last one, we're going to stay seated at the top. Exhale, curling all the way up. Stretch and reach over your thighs at the top. And then sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to separate our legs a little wider than the shoulders, flexing through your feet. We're going to go into spinal rotation. So arms are out to the side, sitting nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as we twist. Pause here, breathe in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Pause here, breathe in. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Pause here, breathe in. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Inhale, center. Other side. Exhale. Exhale a little deeper. Back to center. One more each side. Exhale, twist. Pause, breathe in. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Back to center. Last time, other side. Exhale, twist, breathe in. Exhale, twist a little deeper and back to center. Let's plant our feet. So we're going to roll through our spine. So remember, you can always use your thighs for assistance. So take a deep breath in. We're starting from our bottom. Tip the tail under. Go back towards the sacrum, that low pant line, to the points of your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. Remember, you can use your legs for assistance as we flex and curl the spine back up to seated. Two more of these. Inhale at the top. Exhale, melts you back. Articulating down each bone into the mat to the points of those shoulder blades. Breathing in at the bottom. Exhale as those ribs flex down into the hips to curl you to seated. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, melts you down, bone by bone. Pause here, breathing in. Exhale, those ribs flex forward to curl up to seated. So now we're going to go into a single leg teaser. So what I want you to do is take your right leg, join your legs together. I externally rotate my right leg because it just helps the quad from taking over. Reach your arms out, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tip your tail under, roll back again to the points of those shoulder blades. Breathing in at the bottom. Exhale, those ribs flex forward, curling all the way back to seated. 2 more on this side, lowering down with control. Inhaling at the bottom, exhale lifts you. Last time, rolling back, bone by bone, breathing in. Exhale, ribs flex forward, curl up, lower your right leg down, left side. I have my little mini split on, and now my abs are making me hot, and my mini split's making me hot. I'm getting hot. Rolling back. And then, of course, all the white snow in the window. It's kind of counterintuitive. 2, breathing in at the bottom. Exhale, curls you back up. 1 more time. Rolling back. Pause and breathe in. Exhale, ribs curl you back up to seated. Lower your leg. So, we're going to do a modified teaser. Okay. So, keep your feet planted. Take a deep breath in. Tip your tail under, roll back to the points of your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. As you start to flex the head up, start to fold the knees up as well into this V-sit position in your tabletop legs. And then lower your feet down, lower your spine down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, those upper abs lift, your legs fold in together at the same time. Breathe in. Exhale, your feet lower. Lower your spine down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, those upper abs lift, your legs flex up at the same time. Hold it here. Maybe grab the back of your legs, extending your legs out long. Try to sit nice and tall. You can keep a hold of your legs or reach one arm out long. And reach the other arm out long. And maybe keep your legs long as your spine lowers. Slowly lower your legs. Inhaling, reach your arms up and back. Full teaser. Exhale, the head curls forward. The legs start to lift at the same time. Breathing in at the top. Lower the lower back first. Lower the legs, folding down at the same time. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, upper abs lift. Squeeze those thighs, coming all the way up. Breathing in. 1 last time. Lower everything with control. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, lift you all the way up. And release. Butterfly stretch. Soles of your feet together. Knees wide. Hinging forward. Stretching into the hips. Maybe pushing your knees down, getting those inner thighs. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. We're going to go into side lying series. So, I want you to lay on your left side. Your legs are going to be bent. They are angled like slightly at a 45-degree angle, so not right at 90 degrees. And you can support your head. So feet stay glued together. Top knee is going to open and close. Top knee opens and close. Keep the hips stacked as you open, close this top leg. Eight, 9, last time, 10, lower it down. Keep your feet glued together, lift your feet up. So this gives you like internal rotation of your hips. So your feet are lifted, top knee opens and closes, open and close. Last 2, last 1, 10, lower everything down. So now we're going to alternate internal rotation with external rotation. So keep your knees together and lift your top foot. This is your internal rotation. And then draw your feet together, separate your knees, external rotation. Keeping the hips stacked, spiral internally, and externally. Alternate internally, externally. 8, 9, 10, and lower. So focus here, what I call your thas. This is where we want to move from, not the lower half of our leg. So we're fire hydrant, lifting the thigh just a little above hip level, lower the thigh. Lift the thigh, lower. Exhale up. Same thing here, focusing on the hips staying stacked. Last 3, 2, 1. Lower to hip level. Extend the leg forward, flex your foot, stick your booty out wide behind you. Straight leg lifts a little higher and lower. Inch up, inch down. Exhale. 8, 9, 10. Turn it into a big circle all the way up, back, and around. Sweep it forward, all the way up, back, and around. Two more. Last one. And of course, we got to reverse it. Forward, back, and around. Two. Last one. Good. Bend that leg, planting it in front of your bottom leg. Push your knee away for a little extra stretch in that outer hip. Sideline, figure 4. And nothing fancy. We're just going to flip on over. So, laying on your right side, legs angled to the front corner about 45 degrees, hips stay stacked, top knee rotates open, feet stay glued together, close the top knee. Open the top knee, close the top knee. 3. 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10, lower it down. Both of your feet stay glued together, lifting your feet. And then open the knee, close the knee. Open, close. Keeping those feet glued together. 8, 9, 10. Lower everything down. This is that internal rotation, external rotation. So hips stay stacked, knees stay together as the top foot rotates open. Feet together, knees rotate open. Knee to knee, feet to feet. Knee to knee, feet to feet. 9, 10, and lower. Focusing on this outer hip and thigh. Fire hydrant, lift the leg higher than the hip, keeping the hips stacked. Lower the leg. Lift and lower. Exhale up. Last one. And then hold it at hip level. Extend the leg forward. Stick your booty out behind you. Flex your foot. Lift a little higher, lower. Up, down, up, down. 3, 2, 1. Turn it into circle all the way back and around. All the way back and around. 2 more. Last one. Let's reverse it. Last 2. Last one. And then figure 4. Take that foot, plant it in front of your bottom leg, and push your knee away from you. Good. We're going to come up to hands and knees. So all fours. Make sure you have space, that you're not going to hit anything with your legs, because we are going to go into some awkward airplane stuff. So, few little cat and cows. Drop your head, your tail, rounding the spine. Inhale, lift the heart, the tail opening up. Exhale, curl, flex. Inhale, open, stretch. 2 more times. Last round. Good. So we're going to go into spinal balance. So left leg extends straight back, right arm extends forward. Float your left leg up to hip level, checking in that we're staying centered. Deep breaths in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Release the arm and the leg down. Extend the other side. Left arm, right leg reaches long. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Release the arm and leg down. I'm going to come down onto my forearms. You can do this on your knees or in a full plank position. We're going to extend one leg back and the other, forearm plank. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Last deep breath. Exhale. Lower your knees down, press back up onto your hands. Second spinal balance, adding on flexion. Extend right arm, left leg out long. Elbow and knee curl in underneath you. Extend arm and leg out long. Exhale, flex and round. Inhale, reach and lengthen. 3 more. 2. Last one. Stretch and reach it all the way out. Lower the arm and leg down. Left arm, right leg extends out long. Deep breath in. Exhale, flex, elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale as we flex. Inhale, reach and lengthen. One more. Stretch and reach it all the way out. Lower arm and leg down. Coming back down on our forearms, second plank. This time we're shifting forward and back on our feet, just like we do long stretch on the reformer. So extending one leg back, the other leg comes back to meet it. I like to be in Pilates V feet. It just helps my knees a little bit more. I'm going to shift forward onto my toes, so my shoulders shift forward. Flex back into my feet, so my shoulders shift back. Point, flex, point, flex. Now the hardest point is not lifting the hips, staying long and low as you shift back and forth. 3, 2, 1, and release it back, pressing back up onto your hands. Last spinal balance variation. Left leg, right arm reaches long. We're going to take it out to the side for awkward airplane. Drop back in line with the spine. Out to the side and center. For 3, 2, last one. center, lower it down. Left arm, right leg reaches long. Awkward airplane, sweep it out to the side, back to center. Out to the side, back to center. For 3, stay lifted out of those shoulders. 2, last 1, center, release. Last and final plank variation. It's going to be a little leg lift. Focus on that lift coming from where your leg is attached, glute and hamstring. I'm losing my breath. Come down onto your plank. Pilates feet are parallel. Right thigh floats up and down. Left leg float, lower right, lower left, lower right, lower left. 2, last set, and rest. Sit it back, child's pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Filling up the ribs, exhaling all that air out. Taking both those arms over to the right, deep breath in, deep breath out. Taking it over to the other side, exhaling. All right, heat, I've had enough of you. Oh, off. Whew, okay. We're gonna come through onto our stomachs and do a little extension work, and then another ab series. So, come down onto your bellies. Legs are long, but kind of narrow, not too wide. And then your arms reach out long. They're a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Your head can float or completely ground. Really, it just depends on how this feels in your shoulder and neck, like if it feels pinchy. So you can have your palms facing down or palms facing in toward each other. I like mine facing in because it keeps my shoulders more grounded into my pocket. From my shoulder blade, I'm going to focus on floating my right arm up. I'm going to focus on my breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhale. Lower that arm down. Float the left arm from the back of the body, the shoulder blade. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Release it down. I'm going to float my right arm again, and then I'm going to float my left leg. So I'm visualizing this Miss America sash crossing from my right shoulder to my left hip. Feel your belly pulling in away from the mat, so you're supporting your lower back. So this is not a very high lift. Breathing in, breathing out, release it down. Left arm, right leg floats up. Find those 4 bony points into the mat, hip bones, rib bones, pubic bone, and feel your belly drawing away from the mat, supporting the lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that down. So we're going to go a little quicker, alternating right, left. So it's going to be an inhale to lift and an exhale to lower. So right arm, left leg floats up on an inhale, exhale down. Inhale, float, exhale, lower. Alternate sides, back and forth, on your own breath, keeping your shoulders and neck hovering just a little bit, feeling your core staying strong and supportive. We're going to start to pick up the pace. So now you're just kind of levitating, floating and swimming, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Last deep breath. Exhale. Rest it down. Stack your hands at your forehead and just rest your forehead on your hands. We're going to bend our legs. Soles of your feet together. Knees are just about shoulder distance wide, so like a frog leg position. We want our heels in line with the knees. We don't want them away from us. So kind of more in that leg knee flexion. So right around the leg socket, float your thighs up. Feel your belly pulling in away from your spine. Ribs are heavy. Lower that with control. Belly pulls in, thighs float. And lower. Exhale, lift. Pressing that pubic bone down into the mat. Pulling your belly in away from your mat. Releasing. 2 more. Are these better, Erin?
Yeah.
Good. Last one. And lower. So now extend your legs out wide. I don't normally do this because I feel like when your legs are wide, it's very easy to go into your low back. So please be sure that you keep your belly pulling in to support your spine. So float your thighs from the hamstrings, the glutes. Your belly button is pulling in. Your pubic bone is heavy. We're going to keep the knees lifted and bend the legs into that frog leg position. Squeeze a little higher. Extend those legs long. Release the legs down. Float the thighs up. Bend into frog. Squeeze up just a little bit more. Extend and release. Long legs lift. Bend. Squeeze a little more. Extend and lower. Float. Bend. Lift a little higher. Extend and lower. 2 more. Float. Bend. Glutes lift you a little higher. Extend and lower. Last time. Float. Bend. Lift a little higher. Extend and lower. Bend your knees and just windshield wiper your feet from right to left side. Good. And then draw your legs back to narrow legs and prop up onto your forearms. So we're going to go into Sphinx. You can stay down on your elbows if this feels best for your back, or we can float the elbows, making it a little bit more challenging. So first, press into the forearms. Feel your heart come forward. Feel your belly pulling in. Keep pressing into the hands and maybe float your elbows. Feel your stretch through the front side of your belly. And then soften the elbows down, soften the shoulders, let the neck and head go. Press into the forearms, lift your head, your heart. Press into the hands, float your elbows. Shoulders drawing back and down, belly's pulling up and in. And then lower with control. 2 more of these. Press. Heart lifts, chest lifts, grow. And release. 1 more time. Press into the palms. Float the elbows, reach. And release. Press up into that cat and cow. Maybe wagging the tail a bit from side to side. Good. And then we're going to come back down onto our backs. We're going to do our series of 5, stomach series. Whew. Good thing I turned off my heat. All right. So remember that you can always keep your head grounded. You don't have to lift your head up. Find your legs at tabletop. Arms reach long. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, head and chest curls up. Single leg stretch. Right leg reaches, left leg reaches. Inhale, exhale. 2. Last breath. Bend your knees, lower your head. Next one is double leg stretch. I like to take my hands towards my shins. Holding onto my shins, curling the head and chest up. So we're kind of in this tight little ball. We're going to extend the arms, extend the legs reaching out. Circle the arms around, pull those knees in. 1. Keep your gaze forward between the thighs as you stretch apart. Exhale, pull back in together. Last one. Lower it down. Two options for the next one. You can draw your hands under your hips to support your low back, or hands behind the head, curling the head and chest up. Legs are going to go straight up to the sky, Pilates V feet. Head can curl forward. From the hips, both legs lower down to your point of control. Exhale to lift the legs back up. Inhale, they lower. Exhale, they lift. Three more. Two. Last one. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your head. If your hands are behind your head, keep them there. We're going to go into crisscross. Curl the head and chest forward, twist to the right, extend the left leg, and switch, reach. Crossing rib to opposite hip. Come back to center. Lower the head. Grab the back of your right leg. Hover your left leg from the mat. Curling head and chest up. Little extra pull, pull of the right leg towards you. Scissor switch. Pull, pull, switch. Last breath. And rest. Plant your feet down, hip distance apart. Press down through the back of the arms and shoulders. We're going to roll our hips up into bridge, stretching that belly at the top. Keep your ribs connected. As your arms reach up and back, as long as the ribs stay knit together. Keep your arms reaching away from you as your spine rolls back into the mat, one bone at a time. Lower those arms down by your sides. Lift the hips up. Reach those arms up and back, melting down, upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Arms come down by your sides. Hips lift up. Arms stretch and reach behind you. Lowering, upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Arms come down. Two more times like this. Lift the hips. Stretch and reach your arms back. Lowering down, one bone at a time. Arms come down by your sides. Last one. Lift those hips. Stretch and reach those arms up and back. Lower your hips down with control. Arms come down by your sides. Take your feet just a little bit wider, turning your toes to about 10 and 2. Press down through the arms, lift your hips up. And then you're going to lift your right heel, lower your right heel. Lift your left heel, lower, right, and left. Alternate those heels back and forth. Keep your glutes squeezing up. Ribs stay heavy. Pressing through the arms, shoulders, upper back. 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels. Keep pressing up through the upper body. Hips stay lifted. This time both heels lift together, lower together. Lift together, lower together. Hold your heels up. Keep your heels lifted as your flat back drops and kisses the mat. Press it right back up. Keep your heels lifted as your flat back lowers. Squeeze. Down. Up. Down. Up. 5. 2. 1. Hold it here. Booty pulses with high heel shoes. Up. 8, 9, 10. Deep breath in. Lower your heels. Keep your hips lifted. Deep breath in. Melt down. Upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Keep your feet wide. Let them fall to the left. Maybe your left foot goes on top of your right knee, giving you a little extra stretch in your side body. Drop your left foot wide, let your knees fall to the right. Maybe right foot goes on top of left knee, giving you a little extra stretch here. Hugging both knees into your chest, curl your head up, start to roll like a ball, rocking forward and back until you find yourself up to seated. We're going to go into mermaid, so left leg's behind you, right leg's in front. This is our last series. Stretching your arms out to the sides, we're going to tip over to the right hand, drop the right elbow, flex and breathe into the left side body. Deep breath in. Exhale, engage that left side to lift you up. Take a hold of the left side, shin, stretch and reach over to that side. Grow tall through center, drop your arm, your forearm, stretch and breathe up and over. Grow tall, grab your shin, and take it to the other side. 2 more times, reaching, breathing into those ribs. Stretch and reach. 1 more each side. And then grow tall. Take your hands behind your head. This is going to stretch your ribs out because I'm sure most of us will be sitting the rest of the day. So you're going to take your right elbow to your right knee. Breathe into the left side body. Relax your shoulders. Grow tall as you come up through center. Left elbow goes down towards left knee. This side's a lot harder to get to. Grow tall through center. Alternate over to the right. Exhale through center to the left. Connect into that oblique, your waistline. 1 more each side. Grow tall. Last time. Other side. And up. Turn your hands to your left shin. Grabbing your left shin, round your nose, your head, down towards your left leg. Relax the shoulders, neck, and head, and send deep breaths into this right side body. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Unravel. Switching legs, left leg comes forward, right leg goes back. Arms out to the sides, take a deep breath in. Tip over onto the left arm, side flex, stretch and reach up and over. Inhaling here. Exhale, rise up. Take it to the right side, counter stretch. Up and over. Up and over. 2 more rounds. Last set each side. Grow tall through center. Hands go behind the head. Left elbow down towards left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll it up to seated. Take it over to the right knee. Breathing in. Find that waistline to lift you tall. Alternate sides. One more each side. Last time to the right. Taking both hands to your right shin. Fold your head, your gaze down towards the right side body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And unravel back to center. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Remove your butt flesh from under your sit bones. Inhale, reaching your arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive into a forward fold. Shaking your head no. Shaking your head yes. Sending breath down your spine, down your hamstrings. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And roll it up to seated. And we are all through. Thanks for joining.